It's a blue egg from Americana. Chickens, like people, have different amounts of melanin in their skin and in their eggs. And so they have different color eggs. And there's two ways that eggs can be colored. There's a blush kind of that gets put on the outside of the egg when it passes through, and then there's one where the actual egg shell is a color. And so not all eggs are colored in the same way. Some you can, when you wash them, they actually get to become a different color because the blush that is on the outside. For example, Cayuga ducks lay a black egg, but when you wash them, they turn white. So this is the grain. It's been sitting here since 2/11. What is today's date? 21. So it's 10 days old, and I mean, I can't even make you smell it, but it literally smells like cereal, like something that's totally edible. There's no bad smell. It smells kind of delicious. Because we put those EM1s in, it sends the bacteria in the correct direction, so you don't get any of that septic, fermented, asqueroso, disgusting smell. And that's why bokashi is becoming such a popular form of composting, because there is no smell that's associated with other kinds of composting. And so, deliciousness. If it doesn't smell good to us, then we don't feed it to the chickens. Essentially, it has to smell good because we don't want to feed them anything that we wouldn't want to eat ourselves. And this, the lid is really to keep the flies out. The other thing that can go bad is the flies can put maggots in it. Not really a big deal for the chickens because they love that like a fucking snack. Ooh, goody, let me get a little maggot. But it's not that good for us to have flies reproducing on the farm. So we do everything we can. In fact, we even use chickens to keep the flies down with the cows. Let's go check that out. Here, we're in with the cows, and it might seem like there's still a lot of flies, but this is actually a very low amount of flies considering the amount of cows that are right here. And the way that we keep the cows down in here is twofold. So we have chickens in here, and the chickens go around and they eat the maggots if the flies get the chance to lay in the poop. But on the other side of that, we also pick up the poop every single day and we put it into our worms. So the cow poop goes to feed our worms, and then the worm poop goes to feed our plants. And so these guys are really producers of fertilizer. So I see if I buy grass hay, you can see we have a pasture growing for the cows behind us, but during the time of the year that it's too hot to grow grass and we feed them grass hay or supplement with grass hay, I really see that as fertilizer. When I buy the grass hay, the input is fertilizer for the farm. And so these guys keep all the maggots at bay, and so therefore we have a really, really clean and low fly area here for the cows. Look at them discovering greens. They don't know what to do. They're right back in their house. They'll get the hang of it. Come on, guys. No, my feet are not what to eat. Look. Humans are not the only access to food, guys. Forage. Forage. Maybe get some B-roll of them like eating. See, there's lots of weeds here. We're gonna come back and check on these guys' progress in a few days and see what the progress is. They should, look at this one, loves the clover. Yeah, the clover is num-nums. So we'll see. These are brand new, first time out of the brooder, out of the coop. So they're gonna get the hang of it. It might take a couple of days, but once they get the hang of it, they'll be scratching and pecking and all excited to be here. We've got mallow for them, dandelions. This is a clover. Look at that, that's a volunteer squash they can eat. I see some volunteer cherry tomatoes along the fence line they can eat. So we'll come back. back and check how all of this looks in a couple of days.
What's this?
They think there's food there, though. You're really greedy. So if you see right here on the other side, this is broccoli. We don't want them to get the broccoli. So we've got them kind of penned in a weird shape to just get them to get the weeds between the trees and clean this one row that's been all harvested. Look at them doing their thing. Look, they're going for the broccoli. Look, them going through the fence to the broccoli. Look at them. They're eating the broccoli is the first thing they're going for. Forget the weeds, we're going to get that broccoli. These are both just super lightweight dog cages that we use to move chickens into small areas that we don't want to bring our bigger chicken tractors in. And we often use them for adjusting teenage chickens to one of the bigger tractors, giving them their own space until they find their way into the whole group and they're not fighting anymore. And then once they've integrated, we take away one of these. So we use these. They're just a couple $100 dog cages that we got over the years, and they work really good for that.